Welcome to I Am Care I Create. Today we're going to do a tarot reading for the 2020 yearly overlook for Gemini. But before we do that, let's do a mantra / meditation. Thank you, angels, beloved you are, blessed you are, thank you. When one becomes two, what will you do? What is what is, and what is everlasting abundance, unity, and connection, perfection. 11:11, the mirror. I love God, and God loves you. Angels, please help us resonate as the Christ consciousness frequency from our higher self to our mind's eye and our thoughts, in our words and our voice, to our heart and our desires, resonate towards the Christ light, our sacral center, our solar plexus, the yellow light of creation, and the sacral center, the motivation and the gumption, and the root chakra, manifested all through the root chakra into our existence, into our mirror. Thank you, angels. Beloved you are, blessed you are. Thank you. Amen. And let's do, before we get into the reading, let's do on the Gemini, let's do, which I like this instead of the two ones, it's two faces, with one like feminine faces mirroring each other. We're going to do a overview of Gemini, the zodiac sign. This is the overall energies, bringing it into our reading. Air. Let's do the date. We're focusing on the dates, May 21st to June 20th. If you were born between May 20th and June 21st and June 20th, your sun sign is Gemini. We're made up of many different signs, but this is your prominent sign. And the element for Gemini is air, and the qualities are mutable, so they're more flexible between signs, between their characteristics. And the color, light green and yellow. And the day, Wednesday, the ruler of the sign, of the planet Mercury. Greatest overall compatibility are Sagittarius and Aquarius. And the lucky numbers 5, 7, 14, and 23. Again, May 21st to June 20th. Some traits of Gemini: strength, gentle, affectionate, curious, adaptable, ability to learn quickly and exchange ideas, weakness, nervousness, inconsistence, and indecisive. Geminis like music, books, magazines, chats with nearly anyone, short trips around the town, dislike being alone, being confined, reputation and routine. Let's read a little bit more. Expressive and quick-witted, Gemini represents two different personalities in one, and you will never be sure which one you will face. They are sociable, communicative, and ready for fun, with a tendency to suddenly get serious, thoughtful, and restless. They are fascinated with the world itself, extremely curious, with constant feelings, and that there is constantly feeling there is not enough time to experience everything they want to see. The sign of Gemini belongs to the element of air, accompanying Libra and Aquarius, and this connects it to all aspects of the mind. It is ruled by Mercury, the planet that represents communication, writing, and movement. People born under this sun sign often have the feeling that their other half is missing, so they are forever seeking new friends, mentors, colleagues, and people to talk to. Gemini's changeable and open mind makes them excellent artists, especially writers and journalists, and their skills and flexibilities make them shine in trade, driving, and team sports. This is a versatile, inquisitive, fun-loving sign born with a wish to experience everything there's out there in the world. This makes their character inspiring and never boring. Gemini and the caring twins. There is so much childish innocence in the nature of Gemini, telling their tale of brotherhood, love between best friends and relatives who are entirely different by character, circumstances, physical appearance, or upbringing. They are in this world to mend differences and make them feel right, ready to give their life for a brother or a friend. Gemini love and sex, fun, and always ready for an intellectual challenge. Gemini sees love first through communication and verbal contact, and find it as important as physical contact with their partner. When these two combine, obstacles all seem to fade. Inquisitive and always ready to flirt, a Gemini could spend a lot of time with different lovers until they find the right one who is able to match their intellect and energy. They need excitement, variety, and passion. And when they find the right person, a lover, a friend, or somebody to talk to, combined into one, they will be faithful and determined to always treasure their heart. Gemini. Now that we have that done, angels, please give us a reading for a 2020 overview of the energies of Gemini. Make sure they're all upside right. Touch every card, imbuing it with Gemini energies. So we can get a clear overview of the Gemini energies for 2020. And so, discernment for anyone who watches this video. And it's your reaction to the messages that'll change your perception of the year and how you want it to unfold. You know, we're dealing with many, many complex energies. Many, many angels. Myriads and myriads of angels surround us, and everything all interacting cards are very sticky. We got one card, Prince of Cups, air and water. And the higher present mind. And we're going to do it so that the past line is the beginning of the year, and the center line is the middle of the year, and the future is the end of the year. Oh, that one was... Relax. Relax and let the cookie crumble as time unfolds in the present. Oh, we got ourselves some wealth in the past heart line. I guess I should show the cards now, eh? Might work. As they come out, show them. Prince of Cups. Wealth. Ten of Cups. Ooh. That one almost jumped out. There you go. Oh, it came upside down. And tiger up. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be showing them. This is in the row of the future heart. This is in the row of the present manifest. Dominance, the mind, and the... Oh, I forgot to show it to you. I'll get the hang of this. Eight of Wands, higher mind, future. Five of Wands. And it's in the past. Manifest. And one more card that's chosen, and then we just flip the bottom deck over. Strength on top of Hermit. So let's do the overall for 2020 overall heart energy is strength, and the Hermit, and the Hermit is a card of withdrawal for deep meditation of self and the mirror of self, and shining a light on the darkest areas of oneself, and then the strength, which this card is like mirroring. This is a mirroring here. This side sort of mirrors this card sort of is the mirror for this way. The strength is the overall. We've got taking stepping back from our heart, stepping back, and it's taking strength to step back this year for Gemini. And it's like this, the circle of life. Because all the energies are always moving and swaying. It all crosses all different ways and spins around, starts and spins. Let's do the beginning. So the beginning, the mind, the higher mind, the thoughts are on dominion, which is like what is yours. We can quickly look that up to get a little bit more on dominion and the Two of Wands. I feel there's quite a few wands in this reading. A lot of manifesting, or thoughts of manifesting. And get to the dominion, the Two of Wands on here. Some crisp, these give some crisp definitions. So the mind is being very assertive to conquer and rule, to the light and motive courage to act. And the shadow can be a destructive properties, and the quality is a will. So the mind in the beginning is about taking control of the situation at hand. And the heart is in wealth and material, so the emotional energies surrounding these thoughts must be monetary. So you're very focused at the beginning. You're very focused on wealth, and wealth comes in different forms. It's not just material wealth. There's physical wealth, and there's spiritual wealth. There's wealth of relationship wealth, and emotional wealth. And there's manifesting strife, maybe trying to take so much power over the situation is creating a bit of manifesting strife, because you're almost too controlling. In the beginning of the year, you're really trying to take control, and that mirrors itself. The two cards, they even have this red, almost like star-like in the background energy, and there's basically, it's not a perfect mirror, but they're both there. One's got 5 of them, one has 4 of them. So they may be the wands behind the other wands. It's like the energy, the fire, adding the fire to the deck of wands. So, and strife is working through challenges, right? So you're manifesting working through, diligently working through challenges at the beginning of the year, concerning wealth. In the middle of the year, you have in the higher mind the Prince of Cups, which is airy. And we can quickly get some words on that too. Air and water. And that's the Prince of Cups. This card, your mind is on sacrifice and dedication, connecting with upper self. The status of the Lord crucified on the cross equals return to Father. Love, sympathy, sincerity, warmth is the light. You could be having thoughts of selfish lack of sensitivity and innocence, and the quality, the bridge between emotion and reason. So you're struggling with your emotions, or your emotions are trying to make you find some kind of reason in the situation at hand in the middle of the year. And that's why you've gone into sort of withdrawal, most likely, from the situation. And it takes strength to pull away. And then reflecting on the internal is what the moon card represents. You can take a quick look at that one too. The moon. This is shining a light on the darkest parts of yourself. It's the arcana card. I think it's the only arcana you have. Oh, you have the Hermit and the Moon, and two arcanas. Again, go down to the world below. The journey goes into the deep unconscious. A strange path goes into the depths of the soul, confronts the night with fears, understanding yourself. Most profoundly, devotion to intuitive knowledge. So the knowledge is very deep within, is coming to the surface, and it's on your mind, and it's taking strength to actually look at this part of yourself. Some of the shadow aspects of it, illusions, hysteria, complexity of abuse, hallucinations, fear, abuse of drugs, avoidance of reality. So I'd say if this card had come up upside down, we'd focus more on the shadow. Because it's upright, we're looking at the these. Maybe that's part of the things you're looking at, the part of yourselves that you have to confront in the center of the year, and it's going to take a lot of strength. And the mirror of the soul, or the bridge between the inner and the outer world. And take a look at that card again. So you're going to be doing some deep inner growth. And maybe something on the outside is what's triggered you to do this in the middle of next year. And for the end of the year, we have the higher self, a lot of messages, a lot of thoughts, a lot of communication between yourself and probably outside world, which is also yourself, but the mirrored aspect of yourself. And we have this in the heart center. We have the Princess of Wands, but upside down, which has a tiger on top and the flame reversed. And this is a creative card, I feel, of sensuality and passion. Let's look it up and get a quick look at the shadow aspects of this card and then why it's in the heart. It's a wand again, Princess of Wands. Very flowy, transmutable. Passion and sexual attraction. Extrovert emotions. The love of life. Love sublimation. Enthusiastic, brave, beautiful, powerful. And the shadow, intuitive ability and declined dedication, gender issues, sadness, arrogance, egotist. So I would say in the middle of the year you're feeling something's not right. You're intuitively feeling something's not right. You're not dedicated to something. You're feeling sadness, arrogance in your heart center at the end of the year. Emotionally, something's not setting right in the end of the year for you. And that makes sense with all these thoughts and communications. And the Queen of Wands, the very intimidating Queen of Wands, always intimidates me as I look up what she's saying to make sure I get her message. Change and transformation. So you're manifesting a big change and transformation at the end of the year. And this is for you to become wise in love and sexual sublimation. The qualities of this state are strong attraction and creative vision. It's upright, independent, close to nature, righteous, compassionate, warm, steadfast, and loyal. I feel like this has to do with relationships for this end of the year. And that could be a relationship with yourself, with your loved one, or with work. So we'll look up, we'll do career, and but reply it to relationships. In the terms of career, this card shows a desire to have more independence and responsibility. She shows that we are easy to approach and open to greater tasks and to master them with power and faith. She embodies the desire to grow and develop herself, through which we take on new tasks. So we'll be taking on the energies of Gemini will be taking on new tasks. And I'm looking for Let's do the I Ching, but I'm looking for the dual personalities in here, see if they're reflecting each other for this character. I know we all have them. I Ching, influence, attractiveness. Most Geminis are very attractive people. Alright. And the shadow aspect of this card, intolerant, envious, a dominant woman. This is a feminine card. The feminine card in the end of the year has a lot of strong, passionate, feminine energy, which is like overwhelming, but for unconditional, caring reasons. Let's see what we can get. Let's go back to just the image and see what we can mirror here. Oh, these mirror pretty well. Dominion and the Queen of Wands, the mind. In the beginning of the year, you're thinking about dominating, and the end of the year, you have managed to succeed in that, in dominating whatever you were trying to grab hold of, maybe your love life, maybe your work life. It took going in and having introspective look at yourself, at some very deep parts of yourself. Probably due to some emotional blockages, but that's taken care of in the center of the year. In the mid-year, you work through that. The beginning of the year, again, you're working hard. Your heart is holding a place of feeling good with wealth, and you're striving through difficulties, and looking at, all that you hold dear and you claim as your own. In the middle of the year, you're working through some deep issues with strength, I think they're emotional issues with strength. And at the end of the year, you've actually it feels like you've come to completion. Your heart is feeling, again, negative of the Princess of Wands, which I really want to look at again. Good thing it's right there. The heart is holding. It's interesting because it's intuitive ability, so it's probably because of touching into this in the center, your intuitive ability is heightened. But you have, because of that, you have declined dedication to a relationship, and that might be of some sort, whether it's within yourself, within an external relationship, or within your work environment. And this leads to some sadness and arrogance, and maybe signs of egotist. So you're holding on to your ego, and what you want to have and think should happen, but there's other forces saying that it should be a little bit different than that. So you're struggling with yourself a little bit here at the end of the year, but overall you claims that you've pretty much manifested what you were struggling for through what you were working through in the beginning of the year, and then that what you came to the realization in the middle of the year, and you sort of manifested at the end of the year. So that's it looks like it's going to be a bit confusing year for Gemini, but a lot of work is done. A lot of work's done on self. You unlock something very deep inside of you that gives you almost a special ability at the end of the year. Something that probably will save you from a lot of hurt in the long run because of going through this. And so I think that's pretty much the whole overview for 2020 from this reading. So I'm going to end it there. And thank you very much for joining. And I hope this was helpful in deciding or deceiving what you what you're looking for in the year to come. Beloved, you are, blessed you are. Thank you.